With our worldwide current situation, the consumption and the amount that we rely on social media to stay connected has definitely skyrocketed. Now feels like a good time to bring up this topic that I have been thinking about and wanting to talk about for over a year now. We allow the people that we follow into every intimate place in our lives. We're constantly influenced by the words, the photos, the videos that we scroll past, pause, like, comment on. These people that we follow are our online versions of social groups, whether we know these people in real life or not. And a few years ago, I wondered, why do I feel so sad and unmotivated by some creators and inspired by others? I wanted to find that line. So for example, there could be two different artists that I follow on Instagram. One would leave me inspired, challenging me to pick up my sketchbook again and try figure drawing or try doing a daily doodle. While the other one would have me scrolling through a page, looking at photo by photo, feeling defeated and jealous. So why did I feel like this? And it was my perspective, mainly. Of course, unfollowing these accounts that constantly post things like self-pity or things that made me upset or angry for no reason other than content was the first obvious choice that I had to trim out and take a lot of the weight off when I felt like opening that social media app. But then why were there some accounts that were posting positive content but still left me upset, that still left me feeling stagnant? And I figured it out. It was because I wasn't feeling challenged by these accounts, I was comparing myself to them. So I did an experiment. I unfollowed every single account that I was following on Instagram. I think at the time I had been following over 1,000 accounts on Instagram. After I had completely unfollowed every single account, I went back and refollowed the accounts that I knew that I loved, the ones that I knew that I was going to miss, the ones that I already missed, and the ones that I knew that I looked forward to seeing their content. I looked forward to seeing when they posted and got excited when they posted something new. I follow a lot of artists, pole dancers, I follow other YouTubers, traveling photographers, and just regular photographers. And I would look at their content and really be honest with myself of how their content made me feel. And of course, again, this is perception. This isn't anything to do with really the account most of the time, but with how I was perceiving and consuming their content personally. So when I was looking at an account, I was thinking, man, I really wish I had her body, or I really wish I was as strong as her. I really wish that I was traveling like this person, or I could take photos like this person. I was finding it the most difficult to unfollow accounts that weren't blatantly negative. Most of these people and these accounts did post inspirational content, but instead of inspiring me, it made me feel like I was lacking, like I was stagnant. It made me feel left behind. So I had to be really honest with myself. Even though I enjoyed looking at the content, it was visually pleasing, was I actually getting anything out of it that was going to supply me with the tools that I needed to continue to grow and to motivate me to continue to be inspired and create the way that I wanted to create? I even found myself comparing to friends of mine that I knew in my real life. Dylan, I noticed his content I was comparing myself to, and him and I are very good friends in real life. But his content, every time it posted, I wanted to be at his level. I wanted to have the knowledge that he has. I wanted to have the skills that he had. And instead of using that and allowing that to inspire me to grow and to gain more knowledge, the way I was perceiving it, it turned into jealousy, and it turned into me comparing myself to him, and it was almost like a competitiveness. And I really didn't like that. So I unfollowed him. If you do this with people that you know in real life, definitely expect to burn some bridges. I did. And there were some people that just didn't understand why I was trying to do this for my own sake, and that it really wasn't anything personal to them. And maybe sometimes it might be. Maybe you really just don't like the things that people are posting. When I was trying to explain it to a lot of these people that I was just trying to say, I'm comparing myself to you and that's not healthy for me, they took it personally. Hitting the unfollow button, it's as if you're publicly announcing that you don't care about them anymore as a person. And here's the thing about unfollowing. It's not permanent. If you unfollow somebody and you find yourself missing their content, or you just enjoyed keeping up with this person, you can always follow them back. So this was my process. First, what are you using these accounts for? This goes for any social media account. What are you using that account for? Is it purely for entertainment? Is it for keeping up with your friends and family? Is it for business? Is it for inspiration? Are you a creator and you are wanting to be inspired by other creators? What is this account for? And if you're like a lot of us, probably multiple of these, if not all of them. So these are my personal rules that I try to follow when I am allowing somebody into my space of my timeline. Do I have a real relationship with this person in real life that I find valuable and that I want to continue? Do I want to keep up with this person? I have a lot of friends that don't live in California with me. I like to keep up with them. I like to keep up with the things that they're doing and how they're doing and just general little life things. That's allowed on my timeline. I enjoy seeing my friends post about their vacations or post about their daily lives. Does this person post things that I look forward to consuming? You have to remember that everything that you're looking at does have an effect on you. It may be small, but if it's a continuous thing, small things add up. Do I feel inspired or challenged to grow? I want to make sure that I am inspired by this person and not comparing myself. I don't want to feel jealous when I look at somebody else because I want to feel happy for this person. So, for example, with Dylan, when I was watching him succeed, I don't want to feel I wish that was me. I want to feel I'm happy for him. And that's a perspective change that I had to work on, that I had to sit back and really be honest with myself of where I was and why I was feeling that way. And luckily that's changed. But it was definitely a process of me being really truthful with how I was feeling and how I was viewing the things around me, the people around me, and myself. Now, I love travel, and there's a whole bunch of different videos out there talking about why travel influencers are actually more negative than they are positive and less inspirational and actually makes people feel more depressed. And I think that's a really interesting concept. But I do find certain travelers and certain travel influencers that do inspire me to travel, who post travel vlogs that are real. They're just people in a new environment, and experiencing that with them feels like much more down to earth. So I think it's just the way that you go about it. Those are my general rules. I feel less of an obligation to watch stories that I don't want to watch. Now, when I follow dancers that inspire me rather than dancers that I'm comparing myself to, I feel more motivated and inspired to do that rather than feeling like, well, I can't look that good because I don't have her body, or I can't do that move because I'm definitely not strong enough. That just doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good to feel left behind or stuck, not at the level that you want to be. And even when you're not at the level that you want to be, you have those people that are saying, I was at your level and now I'm here and you can do it too. And that's motivating. And of course, you can go into, it does have to do with a little bit of how the creator portrays themselves or their content. Now, this changes over time as well. Some people that I used to love to follow have just kind of fallen out of line with the things that I want in life, and that's totally okay. So I'll unfollow them. And again, it's not anything personal. It's just more of, I want to open up that space to see other creators in fields that I'm currently more invested in. But yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for hanging out and having tea with me and letting me chat over this topic. This is a topic that I've really wanted to cover for a really long time, so I'm interested to see how this video goes. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It's the easiest way to support me and all of your other YouTube creators. As always, best of luck. Be kind to each other. And may your gods treat you as you've treated others. Bye.